After numerous requests, I think it's time that we deliver and we do a logo on Adobe CC Express. This is the logo that we're going to be doing. Let's jump in and create this logo using Adobe CC Express. What I did, I opened up my Adobe Express, and on the landing page, you could either use custom size if you know the exact size, or you could hover and go find what you would like to design. With the logo, when you hover, it asks you, do you want to go and get templates or would you like to design from scratch? Then I selected start from scratch. The software will still suggest templates that you could be using, and you could scroll around. If you don't want templates, you just close it. I'm going to click on the canvas itself and then change the background to a solid color. So when I click and I highlight, it tells me, or it gives me an option to edit the background, to choose a solid color or choose an image. So in this instance, I want a nice black color. Then I'm just going to move it to black, and then I have a nice solid black background. And with logo design, when you're using tools like Canva and Adobe, if you do a little bit of research, you'll see that if you're using templates, then you can copyright those. I did a little bit of research with Adobe, it applies. You need to be either creating it yourself from scratch or designed it from Adobe somewhere on Illustrator, and then you import it to the software. You can't be taking credit on somebody else's work. That's why I'm such a fan of shapes and text, because those are creations that you started from scratch and you can then do as you please, because they are your own design. I then click on my shapes. Shapes are structured in a different format. There's basic shapes, more shapes, and so on. When you click on basic shapes more, it is divided into circles, rectangles, triangle, and so on. So if you wanted to view circles but more of circles, you click on more, and then you get 10 out of 10 results that you could use on your shapes, which I think is quite cool. When you want to go back, you just click back on shapes. For our design, I want to use a rectangle. So I'm going to click on rectangles, and I'm going to select this rectangle. And then I'm going to close my shapes and then start concentrating on my design. When I highlight my rectangle, the menu for the rectangle or for whatever element you've selected opens up on your right hand side. This is where you're able to edit the elements that you've selected. So it shows you the fill and the border. I don't want border at all, and I want to change the color to whatever color, and then you could change the color by clicking on the settings of the color and picking whatever color that you want. I love that they have a color picker as well as custom, and your hex code is also available. So when I want to start manipulating my design, then I start squeezing and making it smaller. If you squeeze and you want more and you cannot get more, Canva as well as Adobe, you need to zoom in. So you could zoom in, and then you get to manipulate whatever element you're busy designing if you zoom in. Whereas if you're far away, they don't give you, or they don't allow you to tweak the design the way that you want. So zooming in and zooming out helps you with your design process. So I like this shape. Then I want to make it a little bit transparent. So I'm going to use my opacity and make it transparent. And that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do, when you click on the element, and Canva recently changed to this format, you hover to see what you could do. This particular one, I want to duplicate, and this functionality is if I want to replace it, and this would be the delete. So I want to duplicate this shape so that I create that X that we saw. I love that they also show you layers at the bottom of your Adobe, and then you move your X's. If you want to zoom in to make sure that you are completely spot on, you do exactly that by zooming in or using the percentages to see if it is aligned the way that you want. So the color I'm going to change, because our design calls for a colorful design. I'm going to fast forward this and then create our X access spot.
It's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose. I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please.
So you're almost done with your design, and I want to move this layer to be up. So I would select the layer and then use this layer order, and then I would use this icon to bring the layer up. Then it is on top of this layer that I want, on the blue one. Next, you're going to add your text. So you're going to go to your text and you click on text and you add text. You double click to edit, it tells you, and you start editing and adding the name of the company. This is your size of your text that you could adjust it, and the color. So I want it to keep the purple color or the pinkish color. And I'm going to duplicate that. Have a second layer, reduce that, and have like a tagline for the company. There's your 2D icon-based kind of a design using Adobe CC. Once you're ready, you're going to click on download. The options are PNG, PNG transparency, JPEG, and PDF. So when we are going to jump in on Photopea, we're going to go PNG transparent and we start downloading.
Just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you. We died with a purpose.
We achieved a similar logo using Canva. Go watch this next video. I will see you on the next video.